Hi guys, today on Eat Richmond we're going to make huevos rancheros abuelita style. It's the way my mother makes huevos rancheros. It's not traditional. These are the ingredients we're going to use right here. We have some tomatoes, a lime, cilantro, red onion, serrano chili, avocado, corn tortillas, and I like chipotle on mine as well. We're going to start out by cutting the tomato with a serrated knife. You can use a bread knife or any other small serrated knife. You want to dice these. Like a medium dice. Put those in the bowl over here. This is what you want to have right here. It's about a medium dice. The reason why we use a serrated knife is because the serrated knife has these little teeth on it and the tomato skin's a little bit tough, so it makes it easy to cut through. The next thing we're going to do is cut this red onion. With the red onion, you'll want to peel it, you want to cut it in half, and then you're just going to slice into it like this. Make horizontal incisions, and then you'll turn it this way and just cut down with the tip of the knife. And then however big you want them cut, which we want kind of a small dice, you'll cut them like that. So we only need a small amount, maybe 2 tablespoons, and that was 2 tomatoes that we cut up. Okay, so right now we're gonna take the lime, we're just gonna cut a wedge out of it, about 1/4 of the lime, and then we're going to squeeze it in there. We're going to take the serrano chili. Now this, if you want it spicy like I do, you want to leave everything in. These things right here are the veins and the seeds. That's what makes it spicy. If you don't want it spicy, you're going to want to cut that out. And you really should wear gloves. I'm not wearing gloves right now, but don't touch your face or any other body parts. Then basically you just want to put as much as you want in there to taste. So you're going to mince this. And you want to keep all the pieces uniform so somebody doesn't get a huge chunk of chili. I'll take this and I'm going to put it in here. And now we're going to take our cilantro. Move this to the side. I'm going to chop this up. This has already been washed. And this is about a tablespoon of cilantro you're going to want to mince up. Again, you want to try and chop it as uniformly as you can. Wipe the knife off, just because if you get a big chunk of cilantro, it might not be that appetizing, depending on how much you like cilantro. All right. Now we're going to add some pepper to taste, some salt. Make sure you salt it enough so it has flavor. And I add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to it, about maybe a teaspoon, and you're gonna mix it up. The extra virgin olive oil isn't traditional to pico de gallo. I add it for 2 reasons. If you can see here, it adds a nice sheen and shine to it and looks better for presentation. And the extra virgin olive oil adds some flavor to it as well. So now is my favorite part, the taste test. Delicious. Now we're gonna prepare the corn tortillas for our huevos rancheros and our eggs. These aren't traditional huevos rancheros. Normally huevos rancheros have ranchero sauce. We're using a pico de gallo, which is my mom's recipe. And normally the corn tortillas are just kind of halfway crisped up, but we're kind of making like a tostada today. So you're gonna need canola oil to fry the tortillas. You're gonna need some olive oil for the eggs. And I use a Creole seasoning and some cumin on my tostadas to give them a little bit extra flavor. So I have about 1.5 cups of canola oil in this saute pan. I'm gonna fry up these corn tortillas. Basically, once it gets hot enough, you wanna turn it down to medium heat so you don't overcook them. You can test the oil by putting it in, and if it starts to sizzle like that, you know it's ready. So you wanna get it under the oil. And we're gonna fry these until they're crisp. Once it starts bubbling up like that, you wanna flip it. Again, this is not traditional Mexican huevos rancheros. It's how my mother makes them, and they are delicious. We don't need to fry the whole, we don't need to like see the thing drop it in. Okay, once this is done, it's gonna be brown on both sides like that. And it should be crispy, as you can see. So you wanna take it out of the oil, shake any excess oil off, and I have this plate over here ready to go with a paper towel on it. So we're going to pat it down, flip it over to the side that's kind of, I like this seasoning. It's a Creole seasoning. It's good on everything. It's good on French fries, tostadas, just about anything, any seasoning, any kind of meat. So I'm gonna season the tostada with it. There is salt in there, so you don't need to add additional salt. And then, as you can see, I use a lot of cumin. I'm gonna add a little bit of cumin to it, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And then that's the tostada. I'm gonna cook the rest up, and we'll see you in a minute to cook the eggs. All right, so we're cooking the eggs now on a non-stick skillet. So you can do it one of two ways as far as the, I always like to add some form of oil, just because even though it is non-stick, the eggs will stick. You can use a non-stick cooking spray like this. Or if you prefer, you can use an extra virgin olive oil. You just want to make sure once you put it on that you put the eggs on top of it. So I'm gonna crack 3 eggs. This is on medium-low heat. And you can actually do this while your tortillas are frying, or you can wait till afterwards. If you're frying your tortillas at the same time, it might be difficult to keep up. So we're gonna cook these, and then we're gonna add them. I'm gonna add one more because that yolk broke. So we're gonna cook these, and then we're gonna compile our huevos rancheros. Okay, so I like my eggs sunny side up for my huevos rancheros, but if you want them over easy or over medium, you'll just want to take them. You can do it one of two ways. This looks difficult, but it's actually not. Take the back of the spatula and just flip them like that, or you can scoop them under and flip them. That's good. So I like to cover it up. And you'll want to eat these right away because the tomato will make it cold if you don't. And I also like to add chipotle. You can buy it at the store. Kroger has it in the Hispanic aisle. I take the juice from it and I top it with that. It's nice and smoky and spicy and delicious. And there you have that. And I'm gonna top one of them with avocado. And to finish it off, we'll just add a little bit of garnish with some cilantro. And there you have it, huevos rancheros abuelita style.